So let's start with amendment in chapter 2, that is supply under GST. Okay. Point number 1. Service by way of grant of alcoholic liquor license is neither a supply of goods nor a supply of service. First of all, this is not a new amendment. There was one clarification in this amendment, that's why they have given in the statutory update. So let me explain in short what is there in this amendment. It was given that when alcoholic liquor license is granted by the state government and in consideration they receive license fee or application fee, so the service was not liable to GST. Okay, GST was not leviable on the service. Now what clarification they have given? They have given the clarification that when the grant license is granted by the state government as an agreement between the center and states, then that is out of GST. But when it is granted to business entity, then business entity is liable to pay GST under reverse charge. Okay. Now read once. In terms of section 7 subsection 2 of CGST Act, the government has notified the following activity or transaction undertaken by the state government in which they are engaged as public authorities to be treated neither as supply of goods nor a supply of service, namely service by way of grant of alcoholic liquor license against consideration in the form of license fee or application fee or by whatever name it is called. This was notification number 2519 dated 3919 and notification number 2419 dated 3919. Now circular number, this one GST dated 11th October 19. So what was the clarification? Just read once. This circular has clarified that the above special dispensation applies only to the supply of service by way of grant of liquor license by the state government as an agreement between center and states, and has no applicability or precedence value in relation to grant of other licenses and privileges for a fee in other situations where GST is payable. It may be noted that services provided by the government to business entities, including by way of grant of privileges, licenses, mining rights, natural resources such as spectrum, etc., against payment of consideration in the form of fee, royalty, etc., taxable under GST. Tax is required to be paid by the business entities on such services under reverse charge. Okay, hope it's clear. Now point number 2. It's all the again clarification in respect of goods sent or taken out of India for exhibition or on consignment basis for export promotion. In short, you just have to remember that when the goods are taken or sent out of India for exhibition or on consignment basis for export promotion, then it doesn't satisfy the condition of section 7 of CGST Act, so it cannot be considered as supply, and as it is not considered as supply, it will not be considered as zero rated supply. So this much is the thing you need to keep in your mind. Okay, now now let's read the answer. As per section 7 of the CGST Act, for any activity or transaction to be considered as supply, it must satisfy twin tests, namely two tests are: first is it should be for a consideration by a person, okay, for a consideration by a person, and second one is that it should be in the course of utterance of business. The exceptions in the above are the activities enumerated in Schedule 1 of the CGST Act, which are treated as supply even if made without consideration. These are the exceptions to section 7. Further section, these matlab this Schedule 1 is the exception. Further, section 2 subsection 21 of the IGST Act defines supply, wherein it is clearly stated that it shall have the same meaning as assigned to it in section 7 of the CGST Act. Okay. Section 16 of IGST Act deals with zero rated supply. The provisions contained in the said section read as under. So zero rated supply means any of the following supplies of goods or services or both, namely export of goods or services or both, or supply of goods or services or both to SEZ developer or SEZ unit. So this how they have defined zero rated supply. Therefore, it can be concluded that only such supplies which are either export or are supplied to SEZ unit or developer would qualify as zero rated supply. You need to mention this line in your answer. Means if any case study or anything is related to this clarification, that comes in your exam, then you have to mention this line. It is accordingly clarified that the activity of sending or taking the goods out of India for exhibition, or this last para is also very important. It is accordingly clarified that the activity of sending or taking the goods out of India for exhibition or on consignment basis for export promotion, except when such activity satisfy the test laid down in Schedule 1 of the CGST Act, do not constitute supply, as a said activity does not fall within the scope of Section 7 of CGST Act, as there is no consideration at that point in time. Okay, goods was sent out of India for exhibition. Okay, there was no consideration involved in it. Since such activity is not a supply, the same cannot be considered as zero rated supply as per the provisions contained in Section 16 of the IGST Act. The circular is dated 18th July 2019. Hope this is also clear. Now next one, third point. Levy of GST on service of display of name or placing of nameplates of the donor in the premises of charitable organizations receiving donation or gifts for individual donors. Okay. Again, this is not in the course of business, no commercial gain is involved, so no GST. Now let's read this. Individual donors provide financial help or any other support in the form of donation or gift to institutions such as religious institutions, charitable organizations, schools, hospitals, orphanages, old age homes, etc. Okay. The recipient institutions place a nameplate or similar such acknowledgement in their premises to express their gratitude. You all must have seen this kind of thing. When the name of the donor is displayed in recipient institution premises in such a manner which can be said to be an expression of gratitude and public recognition of donor's act of philanthropy, is not aimed at giving publicity to the donor in such manner that it would be an advertising or promotion of his business, then it can be said that there is no supply of service for a consideration in the form of donation. Okay, if there is no advertisement involved, then we can say that it is not a supply and this donation is not the consideration. There is no obligation on part of recipient of the donation or gift to do anything, supply or service, therefore there is no GST liability on such consideration. So let's see the example. Some example of cases where there would be no taxable supply are as follows. Like good wishes from Mr. Rajesh, printed underneath a digital blackboard donated by Mr. Rajesh to a charitable yoga institution. So this is written just good wishes from Mr. Rajesh. So there is no advertisement of any business activity, nothing is there. So no supply, no GST. Second example is donation donated by Srimati Malti Devi in the memory of her father. This thing was written on the door or floor of a room or any part of a temple complex which was constructed from such donation. So in each of these examples, it may be noted that there is no reference or mention of any business activity of the donor, okay, which otherwise would have got advertised. Good wishes from Mr. Rajesh donated by Srimati Malti Devi in the memory of her father. There is no business activity mentioned over here. Thus, where all the three conditions are satisfied, namely the gift or donation is made to a charitable organization. With the help of this example, we can analyze that this donation is made to a charitable organization. Second condition is that the payment has the character of gift or donation and the purpose is philanthropic, that is, it leads to no commercial gain. Second condition is also satisfied, there is no commercial gain involved in this. And third is that, and not advertisement. Three conditions are that the gift is made to charitable organization. First condition is this. Second one is that the payment has the character of gift or donation. And third condition is that the purpose is philanthropic, that is no commercial gain. Purpose is philanthropic and not advertisement. Three conditions. So GST is not leviable. All three conditions are satisfied in this, so GST is not leviable on this. So this completes our amendment and chapter 2, that is supply under GST. Okay.